Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boy in Blue. A Halloween special, you can say. I know it's been a while since I've been recently on par of uploading back to back. But when the time comes, it will happen. But for now, let's start the Halloween special. A young boy with unique hair and very uniqueness about him. He's always seems to be happy. Always happy. Almost when things seem to be desperate, he's always smiling and always happy. Welcome to the Boy in Blue. A young Izuku Midoriya would have blue hair, or be born with blue hair. And some other mutations of his quirk. Of course, more lines, the boy's eyes being unique in color. The boy would be extremely fast in general. Giving his quirk gave him in some sort of enhancements. Same with a very fast growth pace. Every year, and or more lines, he would grow taller. Extremely tall. But right now we're talking about little Izuku. Bakugo would have gained his quirk. And since people never really questioned if Midoriya had a quirk or not, they would just call him quirkless. Or more lines, they would, but they would say that his quirk is useless, due to them not really knowing what it can do. But deep inside, this power wasn't a gift, but a curse to Midoriya. Slowly, will he know that only those who don't bully, those who don't despise others just because they can, those who are pure of heart, or at least close to it, of course, now let's continue. Midori would be bullied based on his looks. And even, when he becomes older, as time progresses, they would slowly but realize Midoriya's speed, or not speed, but more lines, attitude would start to change. Into a wanting to make others happy, you can say. Every time something would happen, or someone would get hurt, Midoriya would comfort them, weirdly enough. Comfort them to a not uncomfortable speed, but as if there was this aura. It was odd. Very odd. People didn't understand what they felt. They felt happy, that someone was there for them. The warm hugs Midoriya gives. Because, trust me, he does have fur. Lots of it. And it's, very fluffy and, warm. They felt this warmthness, but behind the warmthness, they felt something off. They didn't say anything because they didn't know what it was, but something was off. As knowing this, Midoriya would just be walking here and there. he would feel comfortable, being himself, being friendly, and hugs and whatnot. Of course, hugs were his specialty. Every time you were given a hug, you would feel much better and immediately forget why you were sad. Some sort of weird ability he has. Almost dangerous, in fact. But of course, though. Hold up, they have a 360 lookout of Huggy Wuggy puppy playtime. Yo, that's terrifying. Yo, that's in VR. Yo, that's terrifying. Get you. Sorry. Got cough out track. Now back to my notes. As he would walk, he would be the tallest in the class by the age of 15. He would be, give or take, I think Bakugo's like 5'7", so. Or it's 5'7", 5'5", I think. Well, Midoriya, they're both about the same height. No, I think they're actually both 5'5". Now that I think about it, yeah. Either Bakugo's 5'6" or something, but like Google search. But anyways, Midoriya would be, I think. How tall is Puppy Playtime? This dude's huge. No, I wouldn't give him the full height yet. I'll say he's give or take like 5'10". No, not 5'10". That's a bit. Yeah, I'll say like 5'10", because I mean that's pretty tall, or at least in like the 5-foot category, it's pretty tall. So yeah. Midoriya would be very tall, and Bakugo would have nicknames for Midoriya. Either tall, hairy giant, or some insult that he tries to throw at Midoriya. They were friends at one point, but he was forgotten. Midoriya was just in the shadows of Bakugo. He only wanted to befriend Bakugo, truly. So what happened is obvious. It will be the age of 15, the end of middle school. Midoriya would now, instead of being 5'10", would be 5'11". Would grow an entire inch. He would be by himself, wondering about the world's happiness, being in his own little bubble. Just, he wouldn't feel the effects. He would just go as he would walk under the tunnel and be attacked by the sludge villain. The difference is that when the sludge villain attacked him, Midoriya's mouth would close due to Midoriya's ears being covered by all the fur. And immediately, Midoriya would be trapped inside the sludge villain. No oxygen, just, taking one big breath and, basically skydiving and, the sludge villain. Unable to do anything. Of course, he wouldn't be frightened, because he'll feel a sense that the sludge villain wouldn't really be able to do anything to him. Like, at all. So he wouldn't be scared on the occasion. He would just kind of be standing there, honestly. He would kind of just be standing there. Which will be weird. As the eyes would show. No fear, just calmness. As a person would appear, saying, "I am here." And very easily, dispersing a sludge villain. All Might would, check if the tall sir is okay. Or tall student is okay. Are you okay there, young one? Midoriya says, oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm fine. As you would be what was the word? Awkward silence. Midoriya just will keep on walking, not asking for anything of All Might. All Might's not a fan, because he knows he himself can do. As long as you have your mind to it, you can do anything. So he doesn't need, anyone's approval on that. As All Might will jump, he would not figure out All Might's weakness at all. He would be walking into the depths of society. As he would go home and see that his door was opened. The front door was opened, weirdly enough. He thought this as weird. As he would hear gushing meat. He would hear meat being stabbed. As he would walk, through the door. The busted down door. Or not busted down, but, it's, the lock isn't working, or more lines, the lock's broken. He would hear the bashing of meat and walk inside. As he would say, Mom, you there? Mom. As he would be walking to Inko's room, his mother's room, he would see a man stabbing his mother over and over again, as blood would be everywhere. This would have been a villain trying to break and enter and steal things, breaking and entering. And, due to Inko's declining, trying to, lock the door before the man can enter, the door would have, been broken by the man's quirk. As his eyes will widen. Mom? What's... As the man will look at him with a very unique look. Oh, so your son's home too, isn't he? Oh, let's play a game then. As the man with the knife will be going towards Midoriya. As Midoriya, all he can see is his dead mother's corpse on the ground with blood surrounding her. As if something within him snapped. All he can remember is being woken up by the police. Midoriya wouldn't understand what happened. He would have, I'll say the police, went, police were called, they heard screaming, and, something just, everything, basically, from there. As the police would come, they would, they would see Midoriya sitting in front of the house, having his head down. As the police would ask what happened, as the only thing they can hear is, she's dead, she's dead, she's dead. As they would see that the door was broken, then they would see, the boys' pictures, thinking, oh, put two together, they're the son, and the mother. The mother's, on the ground, dead, so yeah. they report of, a break-in and, try to, self-defense, failed, kind of got murdered in the process. Soon after, the kid, you know, came home seeing the murder, and after that, they would question Midoriya on what happened to, the whole, the intruder. He would, all Midoriya would say is that he was coming towards him with a knife, and then everything, went black. As there would be a silence, Midoriya trying to keep calm. Having his mother dead was just unknowable. It could have happened at any time, but it happens. And the villains were just... it's ridiculous. As Midoriya would, be sent to Mitsuki's, place. Mitsuki would, take care of Midoriya in the meanwhile. Due to, the trauma. As very easily Mitsuki will realize he would need some sort of comfort, familiarity between everyone. Midori would be saddened, very sad. He wouldn't know why this happened. It would just have happened. They would unknowingly be grieving over the death of the mother. They would feel nothing. They would question this feeling a lot. As if something went over them, they would feel nothing. They will understand this feeling, but they'd feel like something's missing from them. Something lost somewhere. Something that was supposed to be, but wasn't. All he would notice is the tears falling from his face. That is all the boy would notice. As it would go, the 10 months of UA, he would still be planning to go to UA, of course. Very much so. But there would be this feeling in the back of his head. He would dislike it. With such determination to avoid the feeling. Inevitably, he would walk to the entrance exam. He would enter UA and basically pass. Using the strength he has, he would use it to destroy pointers. 1 pointer, 2 pointers, and 3 pointers. Inevitably, he would, get enough points, about 100 points, to 100 and to, I think Bakugo was, 145. So I'll say 130, yeah. 130. Either 130 or whatnot. I think he was 140, actually. So I'll say like 10 points off from Bakugo's score. Of course, though. As soon as he would do it, he would just walk. The boy was different, saddened. But the happy walk he would naturally have was gone. As he would go back to Mitsuki's house and inevitably sleep the day. Waiting for the 2 weeks, he would just ponder the thoughts. Very much so. Of course, though, Mitsuki was happy to have Midoriya there. Always giving him hugs, always trying to cheer him up. As that is part 1 of What If Deku was Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime. I'll see you all in the next one.